everyone, welcome to the Lampy and Kiefer YouTube channel. My name is Kendra. I'm a hearing aid specialist and I'm here today to talk about hearing loss and how it relates to wearing a mask with all of this coronavirus going on. Right now you see me wearing a special surgical mask that has a cutout for our mouths. That way you can see my mouth because a lot of times with a hearing loss you rely on visual cues to help you to understand speech a little better. And so it's nice to have something helpful like this. That way you're able to see the people that you're wanting to communicate with. We have a brand of mask. It's called the Communicator. So I'm going to take my mask off just because I know that when you wear a mask, that can cut out up to about 12 to 14 decibels of sound. A lot of times, especially too with the social distancing laws that we have in place, you have to be at least 6 feet away from the people that you're communicating with. So sometimes just that added distance can also provide a reduction to the sound signal. We know that distance decreases volume, so anytime you're trying to hear something from a distance, you're not necessarily able to hear that as well as if it was right next to you. So the N95 mask, and those are the surgical masks that you'll see that a lot of healthcare professionals are wearing. Those can cut out up to 12 to 14 decibels of sound pressure. And it's also high frequency sound pressure. And that's where 80% of our speech clarity, our speech understanding comes from, those high frequencies. It's not that you can't hear people that are speaking to you with a mask, but it just may sound muffled, or you may not intelligibly understand what they're saying. There's research that also says that the cloth masks that people are making, those can cut out up to 3 to 8 decibels of noise, just depending on the lining and the material that you're using for the mask. Or even some of the cloth masks that I have, I can add a filter there. So sometimes people are putting like coffee filter inserts into their mask, and that can also add to just your ability to understand speech when you're wearing a mask. Giving you some fun facts about how we can communicate better with the coronavirus, as we have to wear masks to protect ourselves. Are we taking those extra steps to make sure that we're communicating and hearing people well, even though we know we have a hearing loss? One more thing that I would suggest doing is always just making sure that even if there is a social distance, that you're able to face the speaker face on. So maybe you're not wearing masks, but you are 6 feet away. I would encourage you to look and rely on those visual cues so that you can get as much speech understanding, speech clarity as possible. Try a mask that gives you a visual cue. So just get creative with it, have fun. Right now, a lot of us are at home already where we're quarantining. So that's a perfect time for us to just find more ways that we can use to communicate. So just finding helpful ways to communicate in the midst of all that is going on right now. We have so much to worry about right now as far as the corona, that we don't want to have to unnecessarily worry about, okay, now I can't hear, on top of a national emergency. You can order your own communicator mask. And my name is Kendra, and I'm a hearing aid specialist at Lampy and Kiefer. So feel free to reach out to us in the comments or via email if you are having any more questions about anything that we've discussed today. Thanks, and have a great day.